Hello, Captain Randhawa. I'm Lalita from the New Indian Express. The last 2 days, you've been quite vocal over the whole IndiGo fiasco. So, what do you think are the major reasons? You're in touch with a lot of IndiGo pilots on a daily basis. So, from your understanding of the situation, what do you think is the real reason behind so many cancellations and massive delays in the last 2 days?
Okay, Lalita, first and foremost thing, I have been, contemplating the answers given by the airline and the media quoting wrongly and accepting those answers.
Okay.
First and foremost thing, the airline and the media has been saying there has been bad weather. Bad weather. We don't even have fog in Leh Ladakh and Srinagar. So what are the question of having fog in Bangalore and Hyderabad and Bombay?
Yeah.
Second point, they said ATC congestion. Whether it's Bombay, which is 1,036 flights, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Bangalore, Hyderabad, Calcutta, Chennai, anywhere, those airports are same.
Okay.
So where is the congestion? Have we added 1,000 flights? Answer is no.
Yeah.
So that is all rubbish.
Okay.
Now let's come to the point. Why this has happened? This has created a chaos around the country.
Okay.
Now, if you see in the winter schedule, DGCA must have approved the schedule 6% increase in the flight schedules of IndiGo in the winter schedule, where some of the foreign flights have been included. There's 6% increase. That approval should always be based on the number of pilots you have.
Yeah.
So I hope DGCA has done its diligence when giving the approval. Otherwise, it will be held responsible. Now, as far as IndiGo is concerned, they have approximately 320 aircraft flying. And they have adequate amount of pilots, which are about 5,800. Right? And out of which I think captains would be about 2,600. So sufficient numbers are there even when the new FDTL policy has been implemented. If you recollect, the major portion of the FDTL policy was implemented on 1st of July. The balance of the FDTL CR was implemented on 1st of November.
Yeah.
Since July, there has been no single cancellation or delay in flight either by IndiGo or any other airline.
Okay.
After the implementation of the second phase, again, there has been no cancellation or delays by any airline. On the contrary, when the second phase got implemented, 4 dispensations were asked by the airlines. Air India asked for something on 787, 777 for the duty time of the pilots, and an extra landing was demanded by most of these airlines at night, which was even given to IndiGo. Right? So these dispensations were granted.
Okay.
That time, IndiGo categorically said they had no problem. And all the airlines in this country, they had accepted in unison with Ministry and with DGCA in the month of June that they have the pilots and they will be able to implement. And these dates of implementation were given by 1st of July, first phase, second phase on 1st of November.
Okay.
We were insisting the day the High Court had given order that it should be implemented.
Okay.
The DGCA allowed them to implement because this was mandated and agreed by the airlines.
Okay.
Now, IndiGo had no cancellations. Then, on 28th of November, Airbus came out with the software where 200 IndiGo aircraft were affected. From 28th to 30th, till 5:30 in the morning, IndiGo had upgraded the software on 200 aircraft. Still, there were no cancellation, no delays. What has suddenly happened on 3rd and 4th of December that these flights have increased to 500, yesterday 200, today 300. Total failure on the part of the management of IndiGo. What does this indicate? In 2 days, so many cancellations? The pilots are flying. If you see their flying patterns, IndiGo pilots, captains,
Mm.
It varies from base to base.
Mm.
At some bases, their utilization is about 55 to 57 hours a month.
Mm. Okay.
Whereas a pilot can fly easily up to 90 hours.
A month.
Bigger bases, it is about 70 hours.
Mm.
The training captains, they are flying hardly 30, 35 hours.
Mm.
Where is the crew shortage?
Mm.
Yes, a slight amount of crew shortage in terms of captains could have occurred due
Mm.
to 6% increase in the flight schedule, which would have added about 110 flights in this
Mm.
winter schedule.
Mm.
But when that was done, has DGC checked, or had DGCA when they approved the schedule, winter schedule, have they checked that they have adequate amount of pilots?
Mm.
Point number one.
Mm.
Point number two, that FDTL is not the issue. As I told you,
Mm.
if FDTL was the issue, then they should have started cancelling and delaying the flights after 1st July.
Yeah.
It did not happen.
Okay.
What magic has happened between 3rd and 4th of November,
Mm.
when the parliament is in session,
Mm.
create this fierce psychosis, could
Mm-hmm.
we,
Mm.
and force the government to roll back the FDTL?
Mm.
I fear.
Okay. But what is the big advantage for the airline if they bring the
More
regulators to the knee
flexibility,
and roll back the FDTL?
play around with safety. Safety is never a major concern in our country.
Mm.
So play around with the safety.
Okay.
When the crash will take place, then we will see.
Mm.
See, we are safety conscious as FIP.
Mm.
We consider each life very valuable, and we
Mm.
do not want at any stage that
Mm.
there any incident or an accident should occur
Mm.
due to any FDTL issue.
Okay.
That is the main aim, and that is
Okay.
the aim all over the world.
Okay. So when do you
In-
plan to meet the DGCA and ministry and all? You were telling us
No,
yesterday.
they when they wish, they call us. We had gone for an FDTL, meeting with DGCA with DG on 24th of November.
Okay.
When
Yeah,
he
sir,
asked what are the
we are aware
concerns,
of those contents, but in the
so those
present
concerns.
context, when do you plan to meet them? Because you were
No,
telling
we
us.
don't want to meet them. For what?
Okay.
They
Okay.
create mess. Now
Hmm.
we are supposed to clear the mess.
Hmm.
We are very clear. So why should we meet? Because when they have given a variation in the FDTL, we have already filed a contempt case against DGCA.
Hmm.
Right? We are
Hmm.
very clear.
Hmm.
So, in fact, I have not been able to get today time. I will be taking out time. I have to draft out a letter for the Honorable Minister and DGCA listing all these points.
Okay.
That please don't listen to the airline. And airline has the audacity to say 48 hours it will restore. They are not considering facts at all. They are speaking out of context. You remember last year, April, when Air India transitioned from the ARM software for crew rostering to CAE, there were mass cancellations and delays in flights. Totally.
Yeah.
And it took them a month plus to restore it.
Okay.
Cabin crew crisis occurred in Air India Express, beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So many flights cancelled, delayed. It took them months to 45 days to restore. IndiGo has got a magic wand that they will immediately fix it in 48 hours.
Okay.
If they are fixing it 48 hours, then government should put the blame on them.
So how long do you reckon it will take, sir, for them to set right the present crisis?
It could take 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh my God. Okay.
Secondly, the government should have intervened that when this crisis has occurred, which is controlling almost 67% of the domestic travel, passengers have been inconvenienced so badly. There is no assistance. There is total chaos on the airports because of lack of staff of IndiGo. Right? And everything is gone out of the window. giving snacks and what policy DGC has come out with. Okay, they are refunding the money. That is, they are bound to do that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the government should have set a control over the airfare pricing. Some of the sectors, the flights fares have soared up to 40,000-50,000 rupees. Government could have controlled that, no? That if a 4,000 fare can not cross 10,000. Some yardsticks, right? Government didn't do anything. Ultimately, who's suffering? The biggest sufferer is the passenger.
Okay.
Passenger has no mercy. He has to fend himself.
Okay.
Right?
Got that.
No one bothers. All around the country, there is total chaos. Shouldn't the heads roll?
Yeah.
It's a total failure on the airline.
Okay.
But is the airline answerable? Is the airline accountable? And what are they trying to do? Factually, why doesn't DGC conduct an audit on them? Not grant them dispensation is not the answer. Then, if you are giving such dispensation, then in the enforcement policy, also make people accountable. Then, in case such variations are given and tomorrow there is an accident, then who is to be held accountable for that? Put that accountability also.
Okay. I got it, sir. Sir, thank you so much for speaking with us. And very kind of you on a very busy day like today, you spend time with me. Thank you so much, sir.